Looking at the quality of this, it came in a very sturdy box, which you do get by default. The quality is absolutely superb, so smooth. Everything is absolutely perfect. And I really don't think I'm going to use any hinges on this, because they are quite free, and there does seem to be quite a bit of meat on there, so they're not going to fall off. Everything proper carbon fibre, look at that. No marks on it whatsoever. Yep, thumbs up Zeta for that one. So I'm going to start building. So, parts list. I'm going to be using HS85MG servos, which I took off my Skywalker, which are a bit overkill for the Skywalker, I reckon, because I only use that for local sort of flying. I'm going to be using Easy UHF, 8-channel diversity. I'm going to be using obviously the GPS and the Eagle Tree Vector. I've also got a T-motor. This is the, what is it now? The AT2814 1000 kV motor. Oh, that's it. Actually, that is it. Just that. The flight cam I'm going to be using, I think I'm going to be using the run cam for it as well. But that's it. Video transmitter. Video transmitter is going to be a 200 milliwatt 1.3 gig, which I've got somewhere. Hang on. And the video transmitter is here, which, like I said, is a 200 milliwatt 1.2, 1.3 gig. Something wrong somewhere. What have I forgot? So the first thing I'm going to do is fit the servos. As you can see, after a bit of, I've had to cut a piece out of here. The HS85 actually fit there perfectly. There's a very, very slight protrusion, and I mean it's probably about 0.5 millimetre, but you know. So that goes in there fantastically. I decided to take these servos apart because I want to, instead of having an extension piece on here, focus, I wanted to just put that on it basically. And I'm glad I did. Now, you see this wire here, I don't know if you can see how much that's actually been crimped. It was actually against the centre of the motor. There's virtually nothing there. Now that's actually the drive wire on the motor. So, and that was crimped between in there basically. So I'm going to replace that as well. So I'm going to replace that cable and also that wire. So as you can see, I've changed the default cable, servo cable, and I've also routed that round the side of the pillar and replaced it. Can't get any closer, unfortunately. So I'm putting them back together now. Both of the servos were the same. Diabolical, absolutely diabolical. For HS85s I would have thought better, but there you go. I've glued the servos in. I had to cut, as I've said before, I had to cut a piece out, but they've fit in there perfectly. Routed the cable through. Now I know I've said this before, but I've never known hinges like this. This is actually really good quality hinge. So there is no need for me to actually put any other hinges on there. So I've done that. Also glued the spar. It says in the book, it says that this is a fiberglass, I think it is somewhere. It says glue the fiberglass spar in. It's actually carbon fibre, it's definitely carbon fibre. So what I've done is I've used epoxy, as I always do, and the reason why I use epoxy is because I've got nothing else. I think that's a good enough reason. So that's done. One thing I've done, I don't know why this bell piece is on the back here. All it does is just reduces the flow of air going to the prop. So I've cut that. It's not perfect yet. And I'm going to spray this, spray it black. So I don't know what the purpose of that is really. This motor mount, which I'm going to replace at the first opportunity. I haven't done it all properly yet. I know it's very, very weak and I really do not like it at all. But anyway, what I've had to do is, because it wouldn't fit, it wouldn't go down flush. And it's the same with the top piece as well, for some reason. So that fits on there. Now, it was actually sitting up. Not a lot, but you know, a couple of mil it was actually sitting up like that. So what I've done, if you get the back of a Stanley knife or a, you know, Sharpie, whatever you want to call them, and all you do is you just press into there, and you just make this cavity a bit bigger, that's all. Which I've already done on that. And I had to do that with the bottom as well. And now it fits nice and snug on there now. So I'm just going to glue that piece on, which is slightly different on the back now. I think I might cut these pieces as well to make this a bit smaller. Really don't know why they've done that, because if you have a look at where the main pitch on the prop, unless you've got a solid pitch prop, the main pitch is actually about here anyway. Although you don't get the maximum thrust or whatever. So that's done, so I've just got to glue that into place now. I've made a tray for the Vector to sit on, which will go like that. The ESC is going to go underneath here. I'm going to put the pitot tube up the front like that. I can't put it in the middle because it's not long enough to actually come out if you look, because the air tubes are there. So that's the only place it will go. But it's not going to be interfered with any air turbulence. So that's going to go there. And I'm not going to glue it in until the last minute, because something always goes wrong somewhere. So I'm well on the way. Current sensor, still got to sort out. Don't know where to put it yet. So the ESC I'm going to use is Turnigy Plush. I think this is an 80 amp, maybe. Which is probably overkill, but I really don't care. This is what I've got, this is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to hardwire the motor directly to that. I'm working on the left wing. Now, what I've done is I've dug this out. Now if you want to know how to do it, get whatever it is you want to dig a hole for, and then just run your knife around it. Don't use a pen because it just leaves a bloody mark all the time. So yeah, just very lightly score it round, take it off, and then go down as deep as you want to go. Now the way I've done this is, if you measure how deep you want to go, either by putting your knife up against it like that, or and then just put a little line on the knife and you know how deep to go. Then what I do is, after I've gone around the outline like that, I do cross hatch, or and then you just get your fine nose pliers and just pluck the bits out rather than Anyway, so what I've done here is I've put a couple of standoffs there for this to sit on, purely because I need some ventilation underneath this thing and I don't want it to overheat, obviously. And also I'm going to be putting my, as I did on my Sky Hunter, a spoon as an air scoop, so as the air actually goes underneath. And I've got to put a channel here so as the air can come out, but that'll keep that nice and cool, because they do actually get quite warm in flight, especially because there's no circulation on the thing. So that's that one done. As you can see, the scoop's done, and all I've done on the other side is just heated a screwdriver up and just poked holes through to let the air out the other side, and that is absolutely solid in there. Now I'm going to try just using that. I know it's not a dipole, but I'm going to see what it goes like. This is actually, I found out, a 700 milliwatt VTX, which I thought it was only a 200, but that doesn't need to be held in by anything. That's absolutely solid in there. So that's that done. All the wiring's all nice and routed. Now just one thing, I've just been out to measure my car to see if I can put this in the car assembled, and my Seat isn't wide enough, so I'm going to have to fold the seat down anyway. Just one thing, Zeta, if you're watching, please don't put these stickers on here, because I'm going to have to reapply that, because you can see where I've had to take the stickers off. I'm going to have to put the sticker back on. It's no biggie, but I don't know why they give you all the other stickers in the box, and then they stick one on there that potentially you have to take off. So I'm going to put the sticker back on there anyway. That's the VTX done. So I put the sticker back on, and I've got my air scoop there, and I've got my exit holes there. Lovely. So now I'm going to work on the other wing, put the receiver and the GPS receiver, obviously. I put that on the other wing. The only thing I forgot to put is a low pass filter on the end of this to stop any interference on GPS. Fingers crossed I'm not going to get any, but you never know with me. So hopefully you can see on here, this is for my Easy UHF. So I've cut, it's like a crosshatch, not a crosshatch, checkerboard, whatever, doesn't matter. So then all I do is start from the middle, and put your pliers in and dig one of them out, and then you get the next one and you dig it out. And this way you can actually get a lot deeper and a lot sort of more level. Then when you've done it, you just you keep going down until you actually get to the bottom, and it makes a nice nice finish. I cocked up. This hole is perfect for the GPS, absolutely fantastic. But the only trouble is, the wing's going to be like that. I can't show you it all. The wing's going to sit like that, so it's pointing outwards, but it doesn't matter because I'm not using the mag. Because as everybody knows, on planes you don't use the mag on the Vector. In fact, you don't use the mag full stop on any flight controller with a plane. Ask me how I know. So that's that. I've just got to podge a hole in there for the wires and then route them underneath. Now I've checked the strength of this thing. It doesn't actually bend. I've cut all that area out and also that area, and it doesn't bend. So I'm not even going to bother reinforcing it, to be honest. Not that I'm never going to crash anyway. Even these is fantastic. I don't think I'm even going to use any what do you call them? Oh, hell, what they called them bloody hinges, that was it. The first thing I'm going to be doing is fitting the servos. And as you can see, after a bit of fettling and cutting a bit of where are we? Oh, hell. Turnigy plush. Anyway, it might be overkill, but I really don't do. So I'm working on the wing. If you want to know how to dig holes out of wings, you just put whatever you want to do on the thing. Hell. What I've done is I've dug deeper than I need to, and then I've got a couple of polystyrene bits that I cut out. Oh, hell. I cocked up. Why did I? Oh yeah. Huh?